that vehicle is clearly going at least 110 miles an hour. That guy is moving along, and those Chargers, if you've ever been in one of those, we don't want it to happen because HPD is having a tough time keeping up with this guy as well. So he's cruising sometimes well over 130, 140 miles an hour on some of those open stretches.
What we can see, a white Dodge Challenger Hellcat, and he has been moving at speeds well in excess of 100 miles an hour. At one point, our chopper was going about 120, and they were having difficulty keeping up with him. But he left the area of 1600 Post O, and what we've been hearing is that law enforcement are very concerned not only that he's in a stolen vehicle.
Stealing a Dodge out of a woman's driveway.
Latest cases, the suspects work in tandem, targeting muscle cars, and get this, they don't have the keys, so they push the cars out of the driveway.
At 2 in the morning in Selden, Sean McCabe's purple Hellcat was also stolen from his driveway in a similar way.
700 horsepower, supercharger whine, and an American muscle legend. These are just a few things that describe the Dodge Hellcat. If you're a Hellcat owner, then you probably know that your type of car gets stolen a lot. And I'm going to tell you why in today's video. Okay, so some people use kill switches which disable the engine, and then there's people who use steering locks that you put on the steering wheel inside of your car to disable steering once the engine is on or if it's in neutral. And then there are people that use GPS tracking devices. But no matter what you use, a thief can still break your window and steal the things inside of your car. So you can't really prevent these things. The safety system that's built into Dodge Hellcats and Scat Packs is not very good. See, people can easily break in and hack the system with these things called Pro Pads, which bypass very quickly within minutes so that they can get your engine running and take off with your car. So key fobs are very unsafe in Dodge Hellcats. As you may know, there's a gray key and a red key, and the red key unlocks the maximum amount of horsepower so that you can drive it like on a track or very fast on the street. And these keys can easily be cloned. All someone has to do is come close to your car, and then they use their Pro Pad or their hacking device, and they simply get a signal 2 times of 2 beeps, and now they can unlock your car and they can start your engine. You can buy one for around $70,000 to $90,000, and that's legally. So if I were to do that, I could take apart my Hellcat, I could take the parts and sell them all separately or together, whatever, and I could make over $100,000, which is more than I bought the car for. Of course, including selling the motor too. So this means that the parts of a Hellcat are more valuable on the street than the actual car is itself, all in one piece. And of course we have to talk about the criminals that steal and break into these cars. There's only 2 types. There's the type that steals the car for the thrill, and usually they go to takeovers and they spin the car and then they crash it, and so your Hellcat is totaled. And then there's the other kind, which is number 2. They steal your Hellcat, they strip it for parts, they change the VIN, and then they sell all the parts for over $100,000 illegally on sites like eBay, and they make a huge profit. Also, you should know that because Hellcats are so big in the culture of hip-hop, YouTube videos, and just the culture overall, there's been some names given to them. So a stolen Hellcat could be called a striker, or the person stealing the Hellcat could be called a striker. So if you hear the term striker, it means stolen Hellcat or the person stealing a Hellcat. Another reason why people love to steal Hellcats is because basically the cars that police have in pursuits most of the time are actually Dodge Chargers, which are a pursuit model, which is close to the GT or RT spec that civilians can have. And the Hellcat and Scat Pack are simply much higher and much faster than any of these Dodge Chargers that they have. So you can easily outrun, or they can easily outrun the police in any chase, because these cars can go over 200 miles per hour on the highway, and most of the time when they go over 130, I think, the police stop chasing. So they can easily get away, and then maybe they can sell the parts or just keep the car, which is very bad for you because you won't get your Hellcat back. Once the Hellcat striker gets away from the police chase, they can easily blend into traffic, because most Hellcats that are not wide bodies can blend into normal average traffic, because there are lots of base model and lower model Chargers in normal traffic, so they can easily blend in with a stolen car and get away to their stash spot. Also, as an honorable mention, I think it's important that I mention that some police stations have actually gotten Hellcats that are pursuit vehicles, meaning that the police have Hellcats that they use. It sounds crazy, but the reason is because when criminals get away with Hellcats with dirty money, meaning that they have illegal money and they buy a Hellcat, or any type of means that they get a Hellcat and it's not stolen, the police can seize it from the case. If it doesn't belong to a civilian, they could destroy it, or they could use it for their own task force in some cases. And that's why you have cars like this, or this, or this. Police pursuit vehicles that are Hellcats. And I'm pretty sure they have Corvettes and other cars. Definitely not as crazy as the Dubai police, because the Dubai police have Bugatti Veyrons and super special $1 million cars and Lamborghinis. Like, Dubai police are really crazy. So that's all I have for today's video. I'll be going to some car meets soon to put on this channel, and make sure to check out my shorts channel. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and make sure to subscribe.